Good morning guys, how are we? Today we're going on a bit of a venture. We've been based on International Drive. We're kind of universaled out. We absolutely, don't get me wrong, we love the parks, but because we're based there and we've got unlimited tickets there, we're spending a heck of a lot of time now. We've got SeaWorld for a full day tomorrow. We're not doing Disney this time round, but we need that fix, so we're going to get ourselves on an I-Ride trolley, make our way down past SeaWorld, down to the Vineland outlet, just have a little mosey on around there, and then from there probably catch an Uber down to what we call downtown Disney, still to this day, even though it's been Disney Springs for the best part, probably a decade, if not more. Anyhow guys, let's go and do this. Right, so here's our I-Ride map. Our base is, we're sort of Sand Lake Road, so we're stop 10. That's where the Roseland International is. If we went further north, obviously you've got Universal Studios over here. The I-Ride doesn't stop at Universal Studios, it will go up to the outlets at the top there. That's where you're going to find Dieselland and the old Bass Pro Shop Outdoor World. We're going to carry on down on the red line. There is a green line as well, which goes down Universal Boulevard. That will come in handy for you guys who will be sort of venturing out to Epic Universe when it opens next year, and you'll stand in this area. But so southbound, we'll travel down to SeaWorld. There's a parking area around there. Then it will continue and make its way down to Vineland outlets, now where we generally stay, because this is pretty much Lake Buena Vista. Across from the I-4 is where the Rosen Inn on Lake Buena Vista sits. That is our normal hotel, and our preferred hotels a little bit further on Hotel Plaza Boulevard. That's the destination, that's what we're doing. And you can get little booklets out here, and it will turn around and say what's basically at every stop. You've got your restaurants, your sort of little quirky things you can go and see and do, likes of Yummy Bites, Twisty Treats, then obviously Icon Park, etc. Unfortunately, Magical Midway, as you noted if you watched the vlog last night when we had a Twisty Treats, is no longer. That's been gone, been closed for over probably 5 years. Had a demolition site thing put on it, and it's slowly being destroyed. Said before, these bikes kind of get everywhere. We're now on like a coach. It's not actually an I-Ride, it must be covering one of the surfaces. Maybe they're getting some work done on some of the vehicles, but it was the first one that came along, which, to be honest with you, is more comfortable than the I-Ride, because I-Ride has wooden benches as seats. We'll make our way along, see what we can see. Eat at Joe's Crab Shack. Saltgrass, that's a steakhouse. Suites. There's a lot of Spanish influence in the hotels, a mix of typical British names like Holiday Inn, Rosen Inn, but then you get these lots. Does look clean, I'll give you that much. Things become a little bit more sparse up here. There's an old Tony Aromas. Had one of those in Canada once, it was quite cool. Friendlies, they're moving. So this way you're going to come across the convention centre, and that is absolutely enormous. It's the sort of place where you'll find the likes of Taylor Swift playing, some of your big rock bands. And obviously being a convention centre, you'll get all manner of things there, similar to the NEC. Our favourite Italian chain restaurant. Never been in that one. We go to the one at Lake Buena Vista on Palm Parkway, but the Olive Garden, the breadsticks are to die for. Dave and Buster's. They used to be Race Rock years ago, and there's a helicopter tour. Yeah, if anyone remembers Race Rock, it used to have the Bigfoot outside it, which is now at Old Town. There used to be a huge truck there, a NASCAR, and it was like hard rock, but with a theme of motorsports. Just over the other side where Rachel was sitting, that is the Point Orlando, another entertainment area. If I remember rightly, somewhere around here used to be FAC Schwartz, which is a big toy store. It had a huge teddy bear on the corner. Rosen Plaza. He's certainly got a load of hotels. Comes across as a decent guy, to be honest with you. All resort fees waived, which is a good thing, because you turn up at some of these hotels, you think you've booked your holiday, oh, we have a resort fee of an extra $50 per night. That can soon add up, that's for sure. But luckily, if you're, say for instance, a Virgin guest or just going to a Rosen Inn, all resort fees waived. Said this is now the convention centre area. I just love seeing like the mangrove swamp trees, the palm trees, and certainly the lizards running around. Very tired this morning. Sleeping seems to be a thing of the past at the moment. There. If anyone knows of the Red Lobster chain, the advertising was a red Volkswagen Beetle with a giant ceramic, I guess it is, lobster attached to the roof of it, driving around all over the place. It goes back in the day, if anyone remembers them, plus the old Shamu car, which was also a Beetle with a huge whale tail. Right there in front of you, there's a DoubleTree now. That used to be the Sheraton World. That's the very first hotel that we stayed in together in 1997. There you go, Cheddar Scratch Kitchen. That will be tomorrow night's dinner after SeaWorld. Over to our left there, that is SeaWorld's water park, Aquatica. Favourite part of that is Rowers Rapids, like a lazy river on steroids. We're just about to do a loop round into tomorrow's day of choice, being SeaWorld. Really looking forward to that. Spending time, everyone would turn around and say, oh, the favourite creature is either dolphin or the killer whales. Mine is certainly the sharks, but more specifically the manatees. It's changed a heck of a lot over the years. It was predominantly marine life exhibits and shows years ago. Now it's more like a Six Flags. It is very much for the roller coaster enthusiast. Every year they add a new one, and some of them are totally insane. But the thing is, we don't do coasters, so we still go there for the marine life and watch the loons and the nutters go on these. water, but the backside of Mako and Kraken. Surprised how long a national drive is. New builds going up everywhere. Helicopter looping in the distance. The problem that you get with hurricanes, etc., why there's so much damage, if you look at that, it's predominantly wood. Of course, we're making our way down to an area that's been long forgotten, erased from existence, that being Dolly Parton's Dixie Stampede. That was here for probably about a decade, but it just didn't click in, it didn't sort of reach anybody's imagination, so it floundered, whereas it flourishes up in Pigeon Forge. I think it's still everybody's dream to own a property out here in Florida. Why would you not want to? I mean, look at that sky. That is daily, be it spring, summer, autumn, winter. Price of fuel's cheap out here as well. There are some stunning resorts out here. We know a lot of friends that stay in this general area. Out here, that's pretty much, I suppose it's kind of like Boots back home, but obviously here it sells produce, food, snacks as well, and you get your souvenirs there also. Okay, after our little bus tour, we have reached our destination. And we stay generally across the road from this, the other side of the I-4. So this kind of feels like home. Of course, recently we've been to the Florida Mall, where you've got full-on prices. This is your discount. So basically it might be stuff that never hit on, last season's colours, that kind of thing. We have got some serious top brands here. I remember, I think the biggest bargain I've ever had is I got a watch that was going for, I think it was $900. and I got it for about 150. To do that, I had to do like a little waiver and make a donation to a charity, which was only like $10, but that gave me further discounts. I'm not going to get too much into vlogging around here. I've done a vlog here, I believe it was last year, so if you want to view that, well, I showed you what was around in the vicinity. But to us, they're pretty much, one store is very much like another, isn't it? Anyhow, we'll catch up with you later. First stop for us is to get ourselves probably a bite to eat. Wow, the queue for the Disney warehouse. Insane. Okay, when in America, because it's not like back home, we've decided this is kind of brunch, so we're going to have bourbon chicken. Right, let's demolish this brunch. We both have, obviously, the special fried rice. That is the world famous orange chicken and the also world famous bourbon chicken. Both taste absolutely delicious. Pretty much done with our little shopping jaunt. Didn't actually purchase anything, wanted to just have a peruse around, see what's on offer. For those of you who prefer Vineland, I don't remember seeing it last year, but we know we went to the premium outlet to the top end of International Drive, and they had Heroes and Villains, which is a store that does a plethora of loungeflies. Now there is an even bigger Heroes and Villains store right here in Vineland. We're currently waiting for an Uber to take us down to Disney Springs at Ford's Garage, which is basically a burger joint. We've always seen it and always fancied it and never actually got round to doing it. We promise one year we sincerely will. I've said before, it's years since we've been in here, so I might as well just go and have a look. Thank you. The magic wishing apple. Yeah, not quite. Oh, the smell in here is absolutely gorgeous. That there is my favourite popcorn. I never understood the liking of cheddar popcorn. It just, I don't know, it's probably like eating feet or something. Candy floss. Load of different versions of pick and mix. Jelly beans are huge out here. Not huge in size, but huge as in favourable. Gummies, sours, loads of pops. Then we have a selection of your Rice Krispie cakes and your cookies and fudge and just a plethora of something you could let yourself divulge and go wild with. Flavours are truly insane, but they're full of artificial colourings and flavours, so it's not the best for it. And here we go, guys. I think you could lick the bowl. That gets chopped off, and I dare say that will get dipped in something. Even the apples look absolutely divine. So that is your world famous Gideon's right there, which is the bakehouse famous for its large cookies of all sorts of varieties. The reason why we choose not to go in there is one simple reason. This here is the queue. That is insane. I'd said before about the lard lad donut at Universal. This one is slightly smaller. It's an offering from Joffrey's on all Disney properties and hotels, etc. And I think that comes in at about $7. it tastes identical. So we're going to demolish that. Right, after searching around, the grand reveal, Rachel's loungefly for this holiday trip is this stitch one in colours of like a cream, a blue and a pink. With Stitch and of course his girlfriend. Couldn't find the purse this time round. That's something we can look into at a later date, but I think Rachel's happy with it. Oh yeah?
Very happy, thank
cool.
you.
So Rachel's got ourselves one of these bubble wraps. This is a Minnie Mouse one. What are the flavours?
Vanilla, strawberry, white chocolate pieces.
Looks very nice. Hope you can eat it all. I'll have a little bit, obviously. And so will the rabble. As you rejoin us, we're in the store next to the restaurant at T-Rex, which, as I've said before, is reminiscent to Rainforest Cafe, but with dinosaurs. This place is absolutely fantastic for those of you who love things slightly on the prehistoric side. There's plushies, all sorts of souvenirs, T-Rex figures bigly, and here we go, the big fella himself has stirred because it appears right now as if we're about to have a meteor storm. In the restaurant area, this will be a lot louder. You cannot hear yourself speak, regardless of who you're facing while you're sitting down to have a nice evening or lunchtime meal. Very much like TGI Friday, someone must be having a birthday out. Right, I'm going to end this vlog here pretty much because I'm about to start another one very shortly. I like to sort of smash them all out as quick as I possibly can. And if you haven't already guessed, they are pretty much same day uploads. You're not watching this, well, unless you tune in a couple of months later. This is uploaded as soon as we get that back to the hotel. It's pretty much, I cut the ends. It's sort of when I'm facing the camera like now, when I go to turn off the stop recording bit, you flip the camera around, so you just get a hazy mess everywhere. So I just trim the start of that, trim the end of that, and everything else is pretty much as it is. If I make a mistake, if I stumble over my words, it doesn't matter. At the end of the day, it's me, it's Rach. We're here trying to entertain, trying to show you things, but mostly trying to make you feel as if you're standing right next to us. And we thank you, those who do it on a regular basis. It means a lot to us. And with that, guys, we'll see you in the movies. Bye for now.